Once upon this planet Earth, isn't it, lady? Lived a man of no.
Well, my parents are African American. They came from the southern part of the United States, the Great Exodus, when a lot of black people were coming out of the South trying to find a better future. My mother and father were Sunday school classmates. So they married really young. My mom was maybe 16. My father wasn't much older. And so we're Chicagoans after World War II. So I'm from the south side of Chicago, Hyde Park. I've lived up and down that street at different locations all my life until after I was married. And it's sad that you can figure out your whole past in assassinations. I mean, that's a pretty pitiful thing too. I remember when so-and-so was killed and so-and-so was killed. That's sad. Martin Luther King was assassinated. JFK was assassinated. Bobby Kennedy was assassinated. Malcolm X was assassinated. I remember all of those fairly well. I think I must have been I'd say between 11th and 6th grade through those happenings. Of course, now I'm raised in a black home. I mean, like, this was as close to, I don't know, this was like movie stars and kings and queens and everything all rolled into one. They were really loved by a lot of people. A lot of people. When Martin Luther King died, he was really loved too. But by then we were older and we could see the political ramifications of him dying. Either you were glad he was dead. Now, I did know that some people must be glad. When somebody gets killed, there's always somebody who's glad. Or you weren't glad, and that was it. That's all. You know, either you're happy he's dead or you're not happy he's dead. But when for the other ones, you start. I mean, it became a thing. You started to know how to analyze an assassination after a while. I lived in an all-black neighborhood that was encapsulated in a multiracial college neighborhood, which was the University of Chicago. Mm-hmm. But see, people weren't just sad. By this time, people were not just sad; they were angry. See, it changed. The dynamic started to change. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just like, oh, poor Martin Luther. It was like, somebody's going to die now. That's it. Too much. Overload. Too much is said. So people were really angry. Nina Simone had a song, I think, Now That the King of Peace is Dead. Something like that. I mean, people were ready, like, okay, we gave peace a chance. It doesn't work. It's time to fight. When Kennedy died, we were so young. My age group, we were so young. All we knew was that this awfully pleasant man who was our leader and who had 2 little baby kids and a very pretty wife was killed.
KRLD is reporting they've been told by somebody in the hospital the president is dead. Only a rumor, but they've been told that. KRLD is saying.
Well, that's a repeat of something that you heard reported to you directly a moment ago from KRLD television in Dallas, and that is the rumor that has reached them at the hotel that the president is dead.
You know, we didn't understand the political ramifications. Like, we never asked ourselves, why would somebody kill him? We just, everybody broke down. It was not, people didn't have that kind of sophistication, not many people. By the time Martin Luther King was killed, we were older, and we knew that things didn't just happen in a vacuum. Like, we started thinking, what events, what kind of situations brought about those deaths? But for the Kennedys, it was all emotion, no brain. There was no brain work in there. Not for me, because I was too young. I was only in the 6th grade, and it was very sad.
Freedom for his fellow man. He was dreaming